friends, the time has come. It is here where I am launching my planner, the self-care and managing your life system that I have used for over a decade to help myself. The Kickstarter is coming, and here I'm going to share all the details with you. Hey friend, if the daily demands of life leave you exhausted and burnt out with no time for yourself, are you feeling alone in your relationship and hopeless of life ever changing? Hey, I'm so glad you're here. I'm Christina, married 18 years to my neurodiverse husband and mom of 3 neurodiverse kids. Welcome to the Neurodiverse Family Life Podcast, where we are reclaiming self-care for moms while still being a loving wife and mother. Get ready to begin your self-care journey. Grab your latte planner as you listen in and take small steps towards a healthier you. I am excited to say the time has finally come. Since I first began the podcast, I have been discussing about this planning system that I have used to help myself, that I have used to make sure I take care of myself, my self-care, along with taking care of all the tasks I have being a wife and a mom and home CEO and business. And what I am excited about is that this dream I've had back way long time ago, going back to 2013, when I was at the lowest part of my life because I had given up my career job or my dream career to be at home, and realizing how heavy the load was, especially at this point. I didn't know about the neurodiversity of my family, but it was such a heavy load for me. And I was trying to figure out, well, how do I do this? How do I do all these tasks I need to do? But at the same time, I want to do more than just tasks with my family. I want to be intentional, but that's a whole different train of thought. But also taking care of my health and my mind and the hobbies I enjoyed. How do I do that? And over time, I began working on figuring out a system. And on Instagram, if you go to Christina Marie Papery, you will see one of my most recent posts, a stack of planners. It's a few slides in, but it's a stack of planners from over 11 years, beyond 11 years, of all the planners I have used. And in each planner, there was some concept of this system. And in the last 6 years, it has been my unique planning system I have used, my own inserts that I created. But I have been using this concept for such a long time. And I am excited to pass this on. Yes, this is a dream. I feel like in some ways it's like giving birth to a child. You're working on something for so long. But because I remember those agonizing, sad moments, those moments when I am just curled up. I'm like, I just want to be small. The world is just too big. The challenges are too hard. I'm just going to pretend I don't have needs. I'm just going to keep focusing on the challenges. I overfunctioned, and that blew up in my face, and my health, as I've shared many times, went downhill. And I'm still working on recovering it, but it is 100% better than it was many years ago. So this system, launching on July 21st, is going to be a Kickstarter. And if you're not familiar with Kickstarter, it's a really unique method for those who are creatives and entrepreneurs to bring to market their concept, their dream, their idea, and to ask other people, hey, will you join me in this? Like, would you get behind me and be part of this process? And people pledge money to this campaign. And there is a listing I have of different items that you can, when you pledge, different items that you can receive then because of this pledge. And it's all revolving around this planning system I have. And I have affordable, just paper inserts. If you are like, Christina, I am on such a tight budget, I have the paper inserts. And if you want to go find, is an A5 wide is what the size of the planner is. If you want to find something on Amazon that's really affordable and cheap as a binder, go for it. Go for it. But if you're wanting to have a complete system, I also have a binder to go with it, which I personally have used for over a year, and which I love all the organization. And if you want to see little sneak peeks of this, go to ChristinaMariePapery.com and then click on planner. And you can see some early photos and then sign up on that page, and I will send you an email when the Kickstarter launches. So the item's not made yet because first I'm raising the funds, and then God willing, sometime in December or early January, it will be delivered to those who are behind this campaign. So it is a little different when normally you order something and within 2 weeks it comes in. This is more of a pre-order, if you consider that. But this is the scary part. And this is where I need your help and any of your friends that you know of. This is an all or nothing thing. Kickstarter likes to bring on that pressure, which is good. So if I am like $5 short of the funding goal, it doesn't get funded. So they either you get all the funds that you need for the project or it doesn't move forward. So if you have any other friends, maybe in different groups that you know that have a neurodiverse child or a spouse, or and actually what I love about this system, and I've had many people say to me, Christina, this does not seem like only for people who have a neurodiverse child or spouse. This seems way beyond that. And they're right. This is if you're a caregiver, if you know someone who is a caregiver, they're caring for their parents who are older, or maybe they have a child or a spouse who have medical needs. If they are dealing with autoimmune or chronic health issues, this is for them. And even for the woman who's dealing with a very difficult or maybe even destructive marriage. Maybe her husband is dealing with alcohol or gambling or other types of addictions, and she is trying to figure out, how do I hold this family together as I try to take care of myself? And because really, in all those situations, the what the challenge is different. However, how it impacts all of us, it's the same. It's the exact same thing. The overfunctioning, the exhaustion, the concern about what's the right thing to do, the pushing yourself beyond what you're supposed to do, like all of that is in all these categories. So that is what is beautiful. I really see this as a restoration system. It's restoring you to who you're meant to be, has God meant you to be. So I highly encourage you, if you have anyone who fits in that category, besides a neurodiverse family, if someone's a caregiver, they're dealing with chronic health issues, if they are someone who is in a difficult marriage, or even someone who, like, life is just heavy. It's just, you can see the weight on her shoulders. You can see it. Again, the what might be different in all these situations, but how it impacts us is so similar. And the great thing is that if you've been thinking of doing coaching with me, when you buy the system, whether it's the inserts or whether it's the whole kit and caboodle with the planner, a binder, and the inserts, there is once a month free coaching for 6 months. So every month we're going to get together on the camera, on Zoom, and we are going to chat. I'm going to first lead in a training piece where I'm going to talk about different topics and what we're working on with our self-care, our life care. But then also, in that part, I will record. So if you miss it, you can see it. Then we'll turn off the camera because the second half, I don't feel comfortable recording. The second part of it is going to be us talking and sharing, talking about the challenges. Christina, this is what I'm dealing with. For some reason, I just can't get to bed early. I'm tapping my fingers here. Sorry. But I can't seem to get to bed on time, or I can't seem to wake up. We can talk about those things in the second half of our call and help strategize. And this is where the sweet sauce comes in, because again, I mentioned the what for all of us might be different. The challenge is different, but the how we go about it is very similar. So as one woman talks and shares, another woman gets an epiphany and she understands. And this beautiful support system comes about. And it's free for 6 months, once a month for the first 6 months of the planner. And this is because I believe in this so much. I want you to be successful. And if you are working right now with a coach or a counselor, this works super well with what they have for you. Another bonus for this is that if they are giving you maybe some feedback, some goals to work on, that can plug right into this system. Again, with the life care, we're looking at our health. That's our physical health. That's our what we eat, our exercising, our mind. That's emotional health and our mental health. Then also community. Community is your support system. It's your friends, it's the family who are for you and who aren't just parroting what you're saying. They're not repeating what you're saying and like saying how awful it is, but people who really are on your side. And also with that is support groups, which this coaching for 6 months is going to offer. And the last one is hobbies. There'll be a spot in there for you to write down. It's called Enjoy, but oftentimes when I explain to people is what your hobby is. Or if you, like Christina, I have free time like once in a while and I don't know what to do, this is where we can work on that. And there's also a spot for faith. And faith is both for your life care or self-care, but also as a role as, again, as a person of faith, as a daughter of the King, I see that's something that I need to be doing that role, but also that's also my care, my life care is receiving his love. So I would love for you, even if you're thinking, Christina, I can't do this round right now, but if you just wanted to kind of be behind the scenes, go into the show notes and click the sign up for email list, and you will be getting updates. Also, again, ChristinaMariePapery.com, and you will see the website, and you can click on like planner, and there is a spot where you can say like, I want mine, keep me updated, and can click on that, fill it out, and I will keep you updated. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for being along in this process. This is scary, really scary, honestly, to be taking this leap. It may fail. And if it does, I will reassess and pivot and adjust, because that's what we do, right? When we're in neurodiverse families or caregivers or anything that's challenging, we don't give up. We have to rethink what we need to do. So by God's grace, this will be funded. And if not, it will be a fun journey.
Hey, thank you for joining me today. I pray this episode gave you encouragement to take one small step. If so, please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts to help other women find this show. By the way, if you're loving this conversation and want more encouragement like this, join my email list at bit.ly/myselfcare. That is bit.ly/myselfcare. I have a planner launching soon that will help you put all this into action in your own life. I look forward to chatting with you again next week for another episode.